Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
First at noon, brand new information on the Partridge Creek Mall shooting during last year's tree lighting ceremony. Police say 2 suspects are now in custody. The gunfire erupted on November 23rd near MJR Theater as people gathered for the tree lighting. A 17-year-old victim was injured. We are working to get more information about the suspects or what led up to the shooting. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. And thanks for joining us. I'm Priya Mann. Also new at noon, a Detroit man facing murder charges in a deadly carjacking appears in court for the first time today. 25-year-old Kevin Ferries is accused of attacking a man at a gas station on Joy Road on February 10th. The victim, 60-year-old Keith Grouse, was stopped at the pump when Ferris allegedly attacked him, then jumped into his car and ran him over multiple times. Ferris is now facing serious charges, including first-degree murder, felony murder, and carjacking. Now to Lenawee County, where testimony picks back up in the Dee Warner murder trial. Dale Warner is accused of killing his wife Dee 5 years ago. Prosecutors say Dee Warner disappeared in April 2021 after telling her husband she wanted a divorce. Her body was later found sealed inside a tank on the couple's property. Dee's son is on the stand this afternoon, describing the relationship between his mom and Dale.
The only time that she's never responded to me was when she was killed.
Did you observe your mom and Dale fighting?
Just about every day. Typically, the fights were related to money and something related to one of the businesses.
The trial is expected to take weeks. We are streaming the trial for you live over on Local 4 Plus and our website, clickondetroit.com. And taking a look outside, it's finally Friday, finally some comfortable weather in store. We want to get to your weekend forecast. Hey, B, no complaints here.
No complaints at all, Priya. After sunshine yesterday, that's continued, and we're going to warm things up a little warmer today than we were working throughout the day on Thursday. Tower cam over downtown Detroit, a beautiful picture here. Lots of sunshine, a little high cloud cover as we're working into your lunch hour. Already near or above the freezing mark in some locations this afternoon. Sitting at 33 here in Detroit, 31 this afternoon over in Ann Arbor, also 31 in Pontiac, and 30 this afternoon checking in with us in Flint. Wind chills just a tad bit cooler into the 20s, but I do think we'll continue that warming trend into the afternoon. A little snow activity through portions of the UP into northern lower Michigan. Outside of that, we've got plenty of sunshine, and we'll continue that trend throughout the rest of the day today. High temperatures warming into the upper 30s this afternoon. Then we go mainly clear to start the evening, but I'm expecting a little more cloud cover to roll in overnight tonight and into the upcoming weekend, but it's primarily a dry forecast into early next week. The warm-up continues. I'll talk about how high the thermometer gets and when our next chance of rain moves into the region. Details in your full forewarned forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Brian. Parts of Berkeley are without water due to a water main break. Crews have been on scene since 6 this morning working to repair the break that's on Catalpa between Robina and Kipling. Now, we do want to note that Anderson Middle School is not affected by this break. Water service should be restored by late afternoon. There is no boil advisory, but the surrounding area may experience discolored water. If you experience this, officials say run cold water from the lowest faucet in your home until it's clear. Over in Plymouth Township, police are now investigating a crash that ended with a school bus on its side. Just take a look at Sky 4 there. While we're told no students were on board at the time, the crash happened about a few hours ago at the intersection of Hines Drive and Northville Road. One person did suffer minor injuries in the crash. Right now, investigators are working to determine who was at fault. The Department of Homeland Security is on the verge of a shutdown after lawmakers failed to agree to reforms around the president's mass deportation program. And it comes as the administration announced plans to draw back its ICE surge in Minnesota. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest.
The clock is ticking again to another partial government shutdown, with the Department of Homeland Security set to run out of funding at midnight tonight.
The motion is not agreed to.
Tensions flaring in the Senate when Democrats rejected a short-term extension, holding out for major changes to immigration enforcement operations.
We want to fund the Department of Homeland Security, but only a department that is obeying the law.
A TSA agent is going to go without a paycheck. Why? So that you can posture politically. I'm over it.
TSA, FEMA, and the Coast Guard will all lose funding under a DHS shutdown, though most employees will keep working critical jobs without pay. Air travel could be affected with TSA agents once again under strain and Congress out for a week-long break.
If a deal is struck, we will get everybody back here to vote on it.
ICE and Border Patrol are at the center of the dispute, but they still have access to a big pot of money from the big, beautiful bill. Democrats are demanding long-term changes, including requiring judicial warrants to enter private property for immigration operations and stopping agents from wearing masks, some of which President Trump called very hard to approve.
We have to protect our law enforcement, very important.
All as the president's border czar announced an end to the surge of federal immigration officers in Minneapolis, where the shooting deaths of 2 American citizens touched off uproar over DHS tactics.
This idea that we're going to continue to fund them at this level after what they've done to my state, that's not in the cards for me.
Independent journalist Don Lemon is expected to appear in a Minnesota courtroom today. He will be arraigned on charges related to a protest at a church in St. Paul. Prosecutors say he was part of a, quote, takeover-style attack where protesters entered the sanctuary during service. He will face 2 federal charges related to violating First Amendment rights. Lemon insists he was only covering the protests and did not participate, and he has vowed to fight the case.